Namo Amida Butsu. For anyone new to this channel or this topic, that means I bow to, I entrust myself, hail to Amida Buddha, the Buddha of limitless light. If you're new to this channel or topic, please check out my introductory video. And this is part of my video diary of diving deep into this practice. I want to call it more an exploration, and this is actually a day overdue. This is actually yesterday's video. So basically, what brings me to this path is very intense PTSD, specifically complex PTSD, which is related to and completely different from standard PTSD, and very deep addictive behaviors to deal with that. And I'm going to say today, but it's actually yesterday. But so that said, so I'm going to pretend that I'm making this yesterday. So, a day before, I just had one of the most painful experiences of my life, and including, loss of a friendship and money and ending of a project. And, someone who I kind of, I knew in my being that this is not someone who would be a partner with. And she and I were deep friends, and from time to time we'd be like, "Wow, we're super compatible." And so while I knew it, some part of my heart, I think, was always hoping that we would be partners, even though I was very clear. I've been clear for a long time that it's a big no. But so that friendship ended, and it's just left me devastated. So I was able to be with the pain some of the day, and some of it I dove into addictive behaviors, and of course that's a world of hurt. And but I do want to highlight something beautiful that happened before that, before I dove into misery and suffering, and that was. I was out for a walk, and I was just having this feeling of, oh, Shinjin is really close. Like, I very clearly have unsettled Shinjin. But I'm like, settled Shinjin, it feels so close. What can I do? How can I bring it about? And, I kind of strategized, like, oh, I could read more, I could do more Nimbutsu. And then, I didn't consciously recognize, like, oh, that's self-power, that doesn't work. But on some level I did. And then I was like, obviously I don't fully trust Amida yet, or I would fully entrust. But in another sense, I do. I trust that he's going to resolve my. He's going to resolve my distrust, and now, now I'm actually. So it was a really profound moment, and actually, I'm sorry. I think that was this whole time thing that happened a couple of days ago. Yesterday, which I'm pretending is today, I had the deepest moment of Shinjin in my life, which was, I've been starting to think like, oh, I think I'm going to go to the Pure Land at the end of this life. But yesterday I had this feeling. I felt it. It wasn't just a thought or a belief system like, oh my God, I'm going to the Pure Land when I die. It was just like rock solid. And it didn't, the knowing didn't stick with me. So I know that it isn't settled Shinjin, but it was potentially one of the sweetest moments of my life. So sorry for the confusion with the timeline. That's what happens, when you're doing a video diary and you wait a day. But that was the highlight of the day, and the rest of the day sucked because I just dove into addictive behaviors and hopelessness. So the paradox is, of course, that suffering and neurotic suffering, meaning suffering that I'm causing, through the addictive behaviors, it just helps me recognize more and more my bamboohoodness and my hopelessness. So that's all I got for today, i.e., yesterday. And thank you so much to everyone who's been dropping by this channel. Amo Amida Butsu.